All right, you're welcome back. We were talking autism before the break, and I thought that was an amazing conversation. I hope you did join us for that. But we're moving on now to talk some entertainment, and I have here with me one of the producers of our time, FlipTyce.
Yes, all right.
Thanks for being here today.
It's a pleasure.
That name, first of all, let's start with the name. What is that name about?
FlipTyce. It's actually from my third name, Phillips.
Okay.
So while I was in secondary school, they used to call me Philip the nice boy, because I could give anybody my thing, my provisions and all that. I always want to help everybody do their exam.
Okay, not because they were bullying you.
No, they say Flip nice. Then I changed it to FlipTyce.
Oh, okay. So when did music become a thing for you?
Yeah, it's been like forever. Music has always been it's been part of me since I was young. Even in secondary school, university, I've always been doing music, and even though I studied geology in the university, I've always known that I'm still coming back to music production. Yeah.
So talking about production now, I mean, it's not something that it's becoming popular these days. I mean, there was been producers in Nigeria, but they didn't seem to get the sort of recognition they deserved with regards to not necessarily even fame, with money, with credits, from the industry. Do you think we're there yet? Yeah,
you're actually right there. There's only few producers, people get to hear about them, few that are smart to know that they need to take their PR, their craft to the next level. And it's actually paying right now. So many people are calling, because I do sound engineering, I teach people sound engineering, and so many people call up these days. Because look at the unemployment problem we have around here now. So you don't have no option than to learn something. Although we're still getting there, like I used to tell people, Nigerian music industry, in economics class, you will learn that there is a huge difference between growth and development. I mean, we're just growing. I mean, it's massive right now, but development is coming gradually.
Yeah. So you think more can still be done, of course, or should be done? Yeah,
more can still be done. As a matter of fact, right now, we're really working towards the royalty system, because producers don't get nothing. Few that are smart, like I told you. But it's not supposed to be like that. Because of...
Is that the producer's fault that maybe you don't drop proper contracts? Why is that?
I will blame the producer, and then I also blame the industry, the system. When you have a structure lay on the ground, if the structure has been a 16, nobody's going to bend the rule. But because we've never had any system, any structure that says a producer is also a melody composer, composer is entitled to 50% of anything you make on a song. So that's why then. But I feel like as a producer, you are, especially someone like me that I studied geology, and my friends, my colleagues, they're working in Chevron, they're working in oil companies, so I need to be on that level. So it's been a long time. When you are exposed, when you travel a lot, you get to learn. I mean, when I traveled, I made Chop My Money 2011, 2012, and I traveled. I went to America, and my friend was asking me. My friends, they were asking me that, how much have you been making on this record? Nobody thought me, and I knew that I need to do something fast by getting a publisher.
So let's talk about Chop My Money now, because I know it was a massive song. You produced it for P Square, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened? What happened after that?
That was a breakthrough for me.
Okay.
And after that, international. I mean, it's just like everything just became easy for me. Even by the time wasn't it last year when I was in Aftermath studio with Dr. Dre? They know that record, because it's one of the biggest records that's ever come out of Africa.
Yeah. So what happens now when you produce a song? Like, do you get paid off by the artist? Do they just say, oh, to give me a beat or whatever it is, and then they pay you off, I don't know, 1 million, 250K, 800 million, whatever it is, do they just pay you off?
Nobody can pay you off, because they don't.
So do you keep getting money?
If you're not dumb enough to sign paper hire, so nobody is going to pay you off. As a matter of fact, what they pay is just for using your studio for that moment. So nobody's going to pay you off. No rules that says, unless you sign a contract that says, they do it in America, Def Jam, Jay-Z, they definitely use someone's beat, and they let you sign that, oh, I'm paying you for this.
Yeah.
No money after. That's paper hire. But nobody signs that these days.
How long have you done this for?
I have started since 2004. I entered the university 2004. And I started producing to them, but I didn't go professional until 2009.
Okay.
That's when I did my major first hit song, 2009. So it's been like...
So how did you meet P Square? How did that happen?
P Square, I was in Ikeja at that time, and I was working with an artist called LKT.
Okay.
You know, the guy, I did song with them, Follow, and they've been hearing some of the stuff I've done for him. Then they invited me over, but we never really had that chance to work. Then I think I was in London. Then I got back. They said they're almost done with the album. I said, well, we can still work on this, and we did. That was the last record we did, and it became #1 song on that album.
Yeah. Was that a one-off? Have you worked with them since then?
Yeah, we've done some couple of other songs, even for the then artist. That's Mr. Mady.
Okay.
So we.
Okay. So since then, now, what sort of how many artists have you worked with? Do you have a broad spectrum, or do you?
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking with, I think it was Cobhams a few weeks ago, and he was saying that he has a specific number of people he works with. He doesn't go beyond that number. Or do you just open up your doors to anybody who needs help?
Right. I likewise. I don't work with just anybody. I work with few, and after that, I work with so much other people. Yeah. Internationally and in Nigeria and some of the other African countries.
Yeah, well, producers have been getting a lot of flack recently from Nigerians about the sort of beats we're producing. There's almost people believe there's a copy and paste pattern that's going on now, or if a particular sound becomes a hit, everybody wants to follow that trend and make it. Why do you guys do that?
Yeah, it's not everybody. At the end of the day, FlipTyce's brand is different from another producer's brand, but I can't deny that fact. Nigerian people everybody is all about the fast money. Yeah, this artist did this particular, and it worked for him. Everybody always want to do it. As a matter of fact, the artists will come to the studio and tell you that, that kind of beat,
So is it the artist's fault or the producer's fault?
I mean, I can't blame the artist. I think the #1 reason you are a producer, and a producer should be creative. You should always make this one stand out from the other one. So I know few producers do that. They don't do that copy and paste. You will hear that signature tune on every other track they work on.
Yeah, but we hear so many times that maybe you produce a beat and you give it to more than one artist to use. I'm not talking about FlipTyce now. I'm talking about producers who do that. They produce a beat and they give it to 3-4 artists to produce.
And to use. I mean,
and then you hear songs and you're like, I've heard this before.
That's never been. I mean, I've never heard about that. I think the worst you can hear is 2.
Why?
And at the end of the day, people don't know that a producer. There's so much that people still don't know in Nigeria. Yes. When you pay a beat, it can be on a rentage. So far that it's not a non-exclusive.
Okay.
Or it's exclusive. If it's exclusive deal, then that means no other person. But if you make a beat for someone, you can still do it for many people. People don't know. I mean, with time, people will get to know about that in Nigeria.
Well, what's your biggest? I feel like what's the biggest revenue stream for a producer? Now, with artists, we know that they have to perform at events or shows, and that's where they get their most money from, because album sales are not that great.
Yeah, that's smart.
From endorsements and maybe performing on stage. Yeah, for a producer, where is the stream of income from? Because I mean, you said royalties are not that great. So I know some of you have started producing your own albums. Yeah. We have a couple of people who've done that. Is that where the money is coming from now, or do you just rent your studios out every day and that's where the money comes from?
Yeah, I think the most income comes from producer is when. Every client can't pay you so amount, but once you gain the trust of your fan, so few people will pay you a fortune just to get your material, just to get your stuff, just to want to work with you. Then, as a producer, if you are smart, if you produce any hit song for any artist, if you are smart, your royalty can pay. Yeah. Royalty can pay you then.
Are you collecting royalties on any song in Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm collecting. Of course, I'm one of the few. I don't want to say I'm one of the first few set of producers that got to do that, and anytime, any day, I always tell my colleague. As a matter of fact, we started a movement which is going to be for all producers, and may OJB rest in peace. He was so passionate about this. It was on the meeting. Even it came from the hospital bird, from hospital the other day, and he said he really loved this idea and he want to be part of it. That he doesn't even care. He's just waiting to be part of it. That was about 5 weeks ago. So when I saw that news, I felt so. Right now, I think something big will be coming to him too. Yeah. So
we'll come back to OJB now, but I wanted to talk about Chop My Money, because you said you collect royalties. Do you get royalties for Chop My Money?
Of course, I do get.
Okay. How does that work? Because I mean, we know that we've heard about the management issues. We've had so many reputations.
All right, this is how it works.
Yeah.
You can only have a publisher in the whole world, just one. So once you have a publisher and you're assigned to them, they get your song for you. They track it anywhere in the world.
Okay.
They track it anywhere in the world. And they get you what belongs to you: digital sales, performance, and mechanical sales. They get you. That's the iTunes, the YouTube. They get you everything.
Yeah.
Because
so you're definitely getting money for that.
Yeah, and some of them are still stuck. It's still gonna come.
What's your relationship with P Square now?
We're good.
And the management?
We're good. Everybody, me, Paul, Peter, we are good.
Jude?
I mean, Jude, we are still at Mady's birthday the other day. Okay. We are good.
So all is good.
We are all good.
The money is there, so no problem. Let's talk about OJB now. You did mention there he's someone whose death, of course, definitely shook not just the industry, I think, the whole of the country, because he's someone who was a pioneer.
I remember I heard him. He said he has been producing since 1986.
Yeah. So I mean, you as a producer, you see how that happened, especially with the part where people were making claims about his financial state. Did that bother you a bit? Did that make you sad, or were you okay with? I mean, what was your general perception of the way his last few years were?
Last few years, I wasn't entirely happy because when you talk OJB, I mean, OJB is someone I started listening to OJB when I was in university. African Queen, Searching, all those great songs I have done. So in America, if you want to talk OJB, you want to talk whatever the likes of the artists he has worked with. I don't know how he has worked with so much of them, but if you want to just talk on African Queen alone, he's supposed to get half of whatever comes in, because he's the producer. Likewise, the writers, or I know he has worked on so much. So producers should be seen as, I mean, the way they see producer here, that's not the way producer. They talk about American producer like the Timbaland, the Swiss Beat, the DJ Khaled, all these guys. They're getting half. They are big too, but it's just different. It's just like they're just way laid back, and the artists get most of the revenue. Yeah. So I wasn't really happy with the as at that time when I know it was a very calm person. He doesn't want to be in the face of the media. It was not because of no more laws I was getting people to contribute. That shouldn't have happened in the first place if the publishing system, the structure is properly set.
Yeah. Well, we definitely hope that he's resting in peace. He definitely is a pioneer, and of course, he did a lot for Nigerian music.
Yeah, he did a lot.
But switching gears now to the artists now. Who's your favorite artist to work with?
Oh, man. There are lots of them. I mean, I'll just tell you based on my personality, I'm that calm guy. I don't like trouble. I'm a very calm guy, so I like the person that will listen. Okay. Because
So who's that person?
I don't want to mention the quite number of them. Yemi Alade is one of my favorite.
What's your relationship with Yemi Alade?
I work on some of our songs.
That's the relationship you have?
Yeah, we're friends. We're friends way back. I mean, she's number one, and I'm so excited. I'm proud. I've always seen that coming. And that's where hard work and dedication and commitment will get you anywhere, anytime. The principle applies.
Who's your favorite producer?
I can't just say one because there are much. We're all like one. Greatness, respect greatness. So shout out to all Nigerian music producers. Without you, there's no.
Are you going to be doing an album?
No, right now I'm just working. I'm just working on a self-development program called "It's in You, Africa." Okay. It's a program I designed to help those people trying to be successful find their inner greatness, because it's always been there, but we just need people who can help you awake the sleepy giant within, because so many people still don't believe in themselves. Yeah. When I tell people that
it's not just for music people.
No. Right now we released the first episodes, and it's went everywhere. So much testimony coming in, because so many people are losing their job. They've forgotten that people like Oprah once lost their job.
Yeah. It doesn't mean the end of the world for you.
Disney lost his job in 1919. Yeah. They said he lacked his imagination, and look at Disney World today. Likewise, J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter.
So picking yourself up, that's the most important thing. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, FlipTyce, for being very enlightening.
It's a pleasure.
Good luck with everything that you go forward with.
Thank you.
But like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter. WhyNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin. You can also visit the website whyniger.tv. Remember, you've never seen young people talk like this before. I'll see you next week.